Nice to be talking to you like a regular person. Hey, all right. Hey guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, wherever you're watching this video from. I am making a quick video on certain what I call it trading positions. One of the reasons why I want to make this video is because someone in the group asked me what time frames to place trades on, and if they should follow these you know the indicators or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that real quick because this one is it's a bit tricky because I guess his question was he placed a trade on the daily. I think this was during Bitcoin in that he wasn't still in profit when I was still in profit. So that didn't make sense to him. So let me go ahead and explain. Can we actually go to Bitcoin? Let me see. Let's go to Bitcoin. Where are you, Bitcoin? Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. So we had like a couple entries on Bitcoin. One of them was right over here. Actually, yeah, right over here and right over here. Okay, this was like a buy. And of course, we had our stop loss just below this wick right here because this is Bitcoin. Things could happen. We were stopped out. My next position was 200, okay, which is the black area right there. And also this level right over here. So that was pretty much my key entries for Bitcoin, somewhere in the 200 area. And then this massive level right over here, 30,000. As you can see, price did come up to 30,000 and it did go up. Our net, both positions were in profit. And I said I was out of Bitcoin. I got out. And then as soon as I got out, it fell. So how did I take this trade? Okay. So I looked at the weekly on this trade. Okay. And also the monthly. Actually, no, it was the weekly and daily. I looked at the weekly on this trade. Stochastic was still buried. I mean, coming down. So I figured like our stop was going to get hit over here. So I did have a tight stop on this because as we know, Bitcoin is very, very volatile. Price did go, hit our stop. And then I said, watch out for Bitcoin at 200 level area and it should bounce. So 200 level right over here. And then also this level right over here. Those are the key levels that I was looking at. As soon as bought price came, it was a massive wick. It was really quick. Both trades were in profit. When I woke up, price was over here, so I was able to get out of this trade with a profit. Okay, so if that was the case, I looked at the weekly level. Okay, which was right over here. Okay, I went and I moved to the daily. The daily had what we call a 200 moving average, and also there was a level here and a massive level right over here. So weekly and daily were pretty much telling me that there was, key levels over there that I should look at. Even though price was falling, okay, price was falling, this became a daily swing. So it became a daily swing, and I entered on the daily. The reason why I entered on the daily was because my chart, it just looked, when I put on this thing on here, this level was over there. So I was able to get an accurate position on this over here. So I got in, price went up, and then I got out around there because on the weekly you still, this thing is not, completely oversold yet. So it's a possibility we could be here for, consolidate here for couple weeks or even move price all the way down to the 200. I'm sorry, not 255 moving average, which is right over here. So possibly price can come to the 50, what do you call 55 moving average, which is 26.58. and then maybe see another what do you call bounce from here to retest this massive level right here, this breakout level, because this is a massive breakout level on the weekly and also on the daily and also on the 4-hour. So if this is a massive breakout level, as you can see, this was a support area previously. When we broke this level, we came back to retest it and price just went bunkers from here. Okay, so it's a possibility that we could go see on the weekly. We can test the 55 moving average on our moving average right over here, and then maybe come back retest around 4520 area, 45,000 to 45,000 area, and then maybe get a continuation on this. I don't know, maybe in the future. It's a possibility, honestly, we could see, price come to 14,000, but that's just me speculating. Maybe true, maybe not. But at the moment, this was a massive level. So if we do come back and we test this level, this could potentially continue going up, or we can consolidate here and then maybe bounce and then create a new high. Maybe. Not 100% sure. I would have to see how price would react in the future once we get there. At the moment, it's a possibility we could see a 2658. Very possible, as though the weekly stochastic is still falling. Daily still on the, it's moving up, but it's not as, while price is like just sitting here, daily is moving up. So divergence is also one of the things that he asked about. So a divergence is usually when, when there's, my stochastic usually when it's saying that, okay, this looks like a buy signal, but price is going down, that's usually a divergence. That means that the bulls and the bears are fighting and they are, seeing who's going to take over. It's a possibility if this continues going up like this, okay, it is very possible if it gets overdone while price is over here, this can actually break this level and continue going to the 55 moving average or even lower. Very possible. So it just means that price most likely could break one level, whichever level it is the strongest, it could break that level. So if this was a bullish area, there's a possibility that it would break this level and continue. But this looks like a bearish. This is a massive fall. We have the 200 what we call moving average right here. We see the 55 moving average curling down. Hopefully 202. So it's a possibility, very possible. Okay, I'm not saying 100%. Very possible that this could continue falling. We could break this level, maybe continue falling, and then this will just turn this way, and then we see a continuation. Also, you could look at this on the 4-hour too. Okay, while price was moving, stochastic moved on the 4-hour. So this would have been a really nice 4-hour trade. 4-hour trade, and if you got it, if you got it in, you would have made money, and you would have got out. So that's good. If price isn't moving like this, on the what do you call it, higher time frames, but it's just sitting there, nothing really is happening, then most likely price is probably going to come back down. So right now, what do I think right now at the moment? If I was entering into Bitcoin, what would I think? Well, first of all, the 4 hours already done, complete. We have the 55 moving average, and there's also a level right over here, and we have some support area right here. Okay, price is falling off from there. Stochastic on the 4-hour is coming down, which means the possibility we could see a pullback on this. If that's the case, the daily is probably going to see a turnaround on this. So it's going to, hold on, let me see if I could write this stuff down. Most likely it could do something like this. Okay, remember when I said the weekly stochastic is still, what do you call it, falling? So until this is complete, okay, until this comes all the way to the 0 level, which is like below here, we're probably going to see a pullback. Once we see that pullback, if the day it's the 4-hour, when the 4-hour comes to this level right here, okay, and the daily comes to this level, and the weekly comes to this level, then this becomes a really nice swing trade to the upside. All right. So price means it means that price is gonna fall, maybe back to here, even a little bit lower, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Anything can happen in the market. And it's anywhere right here. Okay, maybe we can come back to anywhere right here on the 4 hour level and then continue build what do you call it? See a continuation to the upside. Maybe retest this level right over here. If that's the case, so what do you call 55 moving average by then should come to over here, which will give it another what do you call it, reason for not to go any further. And then we're probably going to see another massive fall. So that is what I think. All right. So where would I be entering this trade? I would be entering this trade on the daily as though it would be a swing trade. I would enter on a daily. 4 hour, what do you call it? Weekly would be a confirmation. 4 hour would be another confirmation. So I would be entering on the daily because price could push even below my green level right over here. Very possible. That could happen. So this would be a daily hour for me where I would get in and then just wait for I guess to come back to all the way over here. This is just an analysis, one of the reasons. Okay, so when you are trading, um, to me on the auto trader, I explained this to some people that they asked me the question. I'm gonna explain it back one more time. So on the auto trader, usually my trades are only on the 4 hour. Okay, so for example, this would be a really nice trade on the 4 hour right over here. I would have a small sell position. The reason why is because price fell from here, not just price falls from here. Second time again, and then third time we're coming back to retest it. While price is over here, when the 4 hour the stochastic is buried. Okay, that means if this falls, my position would I'll be out of here on the 4 hour. This is a 4 hour trade. I do not look at the daily. I do not look at the weekly. I mean, I can to make sure that this doesn't break because this level could be really weak and then we could break it and then maybe see all the way up there. Very possible. So on the weekly on this, I mean, the stochastic is extremely buried. So if the stochastic is buried, daily looks like it's buried. Okay, this looks like on the weekly it's falling. So on the weekly, I mean not weekly, sorry, monthly, this is the divergence where price is moving up, stochastic is going down. This is a divergence. So most likely, what's going to happen is the bears are going to take the favor because remember on the monthly chart, what do you call it? The monthly chart is bigger than the weekly chart, and the weekly chart is bigger than the daily chart, and the daily chart is bigger than the 4 hour chart. So we will most likely have price fall from the weekly and monthly better chance than if this was just a 4 hour trade. So it gives me another confirmation that this could be another sell. But that doesn't mean that price cannot could could break this level and continue going up. But most likely that's not going to happen. And we're probably gonna fall from here. This will be a 4 hour trade on the our auto trader, we would be out. But if I saw a swing trade, I would need a confirmation to break this, maybe get a retest, and then that would be a swing trade for me. At the moment, this would be a 4 hour trade. So we have we have triple top. So, and also when we were creating this triple top, price on the 4 hour went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of no major pullback. Okay, which makes this a really nice level for price to fall from on the 4 hour. Okay, so this would be a 4 hour trade. So if price does come back, this would be a quick 100 to 200 pips. Okay, maybe 70, yeah, 66 pips, and then we would be out. All right, and then hopefully if it doesn't break here by this week, most likely, I don't know, we're probably going to break it. We're probably going to retest this level right here for a really nice swing trade. I would want it to come to this level right here. But on the 4 hour, I could get this for 66 pip and then be done. So I would enter this trade only on the 4 hour. No, nothing else. But let's say we did break this level, okay? Let's go back, see if I can draw this. Let's say, okay, price came down a little bit, just a little bit, and then this breaks, okay, and price just continues going up, then this will become a weekly and a daily trade, a weekly and a daily position, okay. Um, Actually, let me do this on a daily, okay. Let's go to the daily. If we end up breaking this level, because we're just consolidating here, okay, if we end up breaking this level, and then price comes to, you know, price breaks, this becomes a resistant. It was a resistant, then it becomes a support. Okay, so we're gonna have a price fall from here. Okay, and then maybe make a top, and then this become the massive swing trade all the way back to here or even lower. On a daily, if that happens, this would be I will be entering this on a daily because this level looks way better on the daily than it would on the 4-hour. Okay, and not just that. Let's see. Let's zoom out, see if there's any other level. Now, again, hypothetically speaking, okay, this is just hypothetically. If hypothetically speaking, let's say we break this level right here. Let's say we break this level. All right, price breaks. We come back to retest it, and then it does this. This would be a weekly level. So this is a massive weekly level, which means price would actually fall from here. So we would enter on the weekly. Okay. This is I hope this is starting to make sense. So look at the time frame that you may think might work or is stronger at that moment, and then sell from that time frame or buy from that time frame. Okay. So on the 4-hour, on this one is a really good sell for me. Um, I'm probably gonna sell it tonight for, like I said, 60 pips, and then ride the wave down. And then when the stochastic comes down to this level, back to, you know, the 0.20 level, I'll get out, which means price would be back to the support right here and the 55 moving average. And also, if you haven't noticed, we've been riding the 55 moving average since this whole trend. We did a false break over here, but we came back to it and kept riding the 55. You could see every time price came back down, it was on the 55 right here. So it's a possibility we can come back again, hit the 55. So question is, when is it gonna break? I don't know. If it breaks, this will turn into a swing trade, and then we'll probably see a massive fall, maybe until over here. Okay, so whatever level you think is gonna work the best, sell it from that level. So on the 4-hour, that's usually where our auto trader I trade from. And then swing trades usually is the daily and weekly. So that's why we tend to hold it even way longer. Um, but if I just want like quick 100 pips, 50, 60 pips, I trade on the 4-hour because that happens. You can get 50 pips, 60 pips, 100 pips on the 4-hour easily. On the daily, those are usually like the 500 pips that, you know, um, I look for. So this would have been right here, a daily level, and this dropped over probably 500 to 600 pips. And it rose back, or rising back up to 500 and 600 pips. So whatever level that looks clear, that's where you buy from. Because when you zoom in, and this is only the only level is on the daily. That's it. If you go to the 4-hour, there's no level. I mean, there is no level B after that. Nothing. Okay, there is nothing to determine if this was going to be a good level or not. So the chart, which is showing, this was the aftermath. So if you were just looking at, let's say, just this right here, let's say price was just right there, there's no level. So you would have to zoom into the 4-hour, daily, sorry, to find if there's a level. So, and of course, there wasn't really, but the bottom of this was a support right here that was broken a long time ago. So you have to zoom out. You want to look at all of the time frames. They tell you everything that you need to know. You just look at all the time frames. Where you enter from, that's where you put your stop loss and take profit. If it's a daily and weekly, that's a swing trade. If it's a 4-hour or lower, that's for me is usually takes a couple hours or couple weeks, not even a couple weeks, days, and then I'm out. All right. For example, let's say this is actually a trade that we're in right now, and this is a swing trade. Let me see if I could find it. Euro Jappy. Okay. Euro Jappy, this is a daily. Right now, this is the level that I was saying, okay, I'm going to go ahead and enter from. So anywhere from there is where I entered from. The reason why this is, a nice swing trade, because they look at that, the level just, it just shows it's not something that I have to look for. The level is literally staring at me. Last time we were here, price fell. We came back. This time price fell extremely heavy. This fell for years. Okay. And then last time we were here, right now we're coming back, was 2018. We were here last time we were at these levels was 2018, and we broke these levels around 2017. These levels right over here around 2017. So this is a massive support right here that you're looking at. Okay, we broke that support. We came back to retest it, became a resistant, fell. We came back, the market came back to retest it again, became another resistant. Well, there's support right here. Became another resistant, comes to support, and then price just falls. Right now we're coming back. All right. So this is a weekly, daily, weekly, and a monthly trade. On the 4-hour, if I zoom out the whole chart, there's no, if I look to my left, there's no level. You don't see any level. Now, if I zoom in, we are creating a level. So it is a possibility that price can come up because stochastic on this is almost coming to a buried. We can come back, retest right over here, maybe, okay? And then we could break this, hopefully break this 55 moving average and then see a swing down to the downside, okay? See a swing to the downside. I want at least price to come to the 200 moving average. Anywhere over here would be really nice. That's about, so I'm still in this trade from there. I haven't taken it out yet. It's about 200 pips. So about 200 pips on this trade is what I'm looking for. But I need, the 55 moving average to break, which will happen probably this week. Probably, because trading is probabilities. Okay, but this is a daily. If I zoom out, here's a massive level, daily and a weekly, right here. And also stochastic is completely buried on the weekly. Monthly, completely buried. And then daily, while price is sitting here, daily stochastic is moving down, which means price could potentially continue moving down. So I entered this on the daily because this is a swing trade. I said, hey, swing trade on the group. That's why. So that's why I'm still holding this. Okay. Chef Jappy is the same. Odd Jappy, same. If you're in a group, those trades are the trades that we're in. And then USD, I think USD CAT is a swing trade too, to the upside. Yes, swing trade, because this is a daily and a weekly level. Because And so anywhere from here, here is where I'm aiming for. Aiming for USD CAT. As you can see, stochastic is buried. Also, if you go to the monthly, stochastic is also buried, and we have the 200 moving average right over here, and we have massive levels. So you can see last time we came here, we bounced up. Okay, we came back to retest it, we bounced up, and then now we're coming back. And then this took how many months to complete? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 months downside. So definitely we're going to see some pullback on USD CAT very soon. So we have a small position here. Most likely I'm going to add if we get closer closer to this wick right over here. Okay, I'm going to add more, and then I'm going to hold. So this is a daily, weekly, and a monthly trade. I would consider it a weekly trade, actually, much better, because the levels are showing way much better than the daily is. Let's see if I zoom out. See, daily doesn't show the whole picture. It only shows me this level right here. So on the weekly, it shows me everything. It shows me everything. This will become a triple bottom, because we have 1, 2, 3 levels that is forming, the other level is forming, and then hopefully we get at least 200 pips from here. So it's all patience. We're just waiting, and I mean, that's all we can do. There's nothing else. Okay, if you enter in from the daily, weekly, and monthly, you're going to wait a very long time, because those are weekly, daily, those are strong levels. Those are levels that will take a while to play out. But if you enter from 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, those work out almost instantaneously. But these levels will hold better because these are higher time frames, and we have less likely for this to break because it's a higher time frame. Okay, hopefully this helps. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Message me. Don't be afraid to message me. I'm here to help. So price is way more important than the indicators. Watch the indicators, but pay attention to price. Okay, price will tell you everything that you need to know. Indicators are just to help us with, certain, like, if we come over here, most likely, if price does come over here, if I'm saying if probabilities, if price comes over here, then we would be out, because we have the 55 moving average and a 200 moving average up here, which will create this as a resistance. Also, not just that, there's a support here, okay. So there's a support over there. We broke it, we came back to retest it, and then we continued falling. Okay, so this becomes a resistance around this area. So pay attention to this support though on the weekly, and then pay attention to it right over here. This would be a weekly trade. So if this works out, we're looking at about 900 pips, but it could take some time. So also put time in consideration too. All right, like I said, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Do not try to complicate this. This is, trading is already as hard as it's supposed to be, as hard as it is. Do not try to complicate it. Make it really simple for yourself. Make sure you use stop losses, okay? And then look for key entries on the 4 hour, daily, monthly, and weekly, okay? And you should have a 50% success rate. All right. You guys have a wonderful night. And let's crush it this week, because it's only what? Monday? Yes. All right. Have a wonderful night.